Oh, hello there everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Leilani of Barbados Farm. Today we're going to continue to dig up some more lies that Meghan Markle has told. Before we do that, I just wanted to say a big heartfelt congratulations and welcome back to Princess Catherine, who has just completed her chemotherapy treatment for cancer. She is looking forward to a brighter future. I watched the video. I'm sure you all did too. Yes, I cried. It was very emotional. It was very beautifully put together as well. She did a lot of great work with the cinematography. I think she had a hand in it because, you know, she is very creative and loves to do the photography thing. So it was that combined with the beautiful music in the background and just the fact that we have been looking forward to hearing that all is well, that just choked, I'm sure, all of us up. What I liked the most is at the end, she signs off with the Kensington Palace monogram. Some people have their stolen motif, Harry and Meghan, and some people have the Kensington Palace they can sign off on. Girl, we are not the same. You have a website, honey. They have a palace. Applause, y'all. You're not the same. It does not. You know that it means that they have a palace behind them. They have sanctioning behind them. They have a home office behind them when they produce videos and appearances. So yeah, not the same. Anyway, let's get into Meghan Markle because we have another series of lies. This is page 3. We start out with number 81. H job is to expose exploitation and bribery in the media. I'm not sure what this whole hero thing is that Harry is on at the moment, but he is saying that that is what he's on when really he's just trying to silence or silent or silence.
Were you silent or were you silenced?
He's trying to silence everyone. Oh my gosh, girl, wait, we can't get into that yet. I'm so sorry. Speaking of Oprah, yes, Meghan had to go and make another appearance at Oprah. Now, in my last video, when I talked about the dystopian mind of Meghan Markle, that she thinks she brings joy to people, that was something she said in Colombia at the summit. And looking at this as my chapter of joy, that's what she said in Colombia. And that's the same thing she said here. So I kind of predicted the future in a way by talking about the Colombia craziness. And it turns out that she repeated that thing because, you know, she has to repeat. I think I saw somewhere someone said about like fridge magnets. It's like if she saw all the fridge magnets in the world, collected them, and then decided to just spew that out for the rest of her life. I mean, and so she shows up at Oprah's thing. Oprah looks rough as hell. Oh my goodness, she'd been looking rough. In Summerland, California, Meghan Markle spoke at her close friend Oprah Winfrey's book club session last night at Good Mother's bookstore. You know, when Oprah shows up at a bookstore and Meghan Markle has to be like chasing her down at a bookstore, like what have these people come to? Oh, how the mighty have fallen is all I have to say about that. Oprah, I guess you're right, girl. You made your bed, you have to lie in it. You chose to interview this buffoon. You lost your entire career over it. You might as well have her around. By the way, Meghan did not brush her hair to go to this event. FYI. Anyway, let's go through these lies. H's job is to expose exploitation of bribery in the media. And when you talk about exploitation, you have to be very careful because Harry feels he's being exploited, but he has some folks over in Africa that might feel exploited as well. So he might want to go and check them out before he starts being a champion for exploitation of people because some photographers take pictures of them. Number 82, denied responsibility for content in Netflix documentary. What can I say? They don't think that we remember whose power is so great that you could say something yesterday and we're not going to make you accountable for it just because you change it today. Yeah, I don't know why he thinks that he can just deny stuff. Number 83, the palace did nothing to stop the racial abuse towards Meghan Markle. There's no evidence of anything. And also, Harry did take that back. Nobody said that. The only person that said that was the media. Not him in the Oprah interview and her in the Oprah interview. No. Okay, number 84, the bullying accusations against Meghan Markle are part of a smear campaign. I don't know if you want to just call it a smear campaign when people quit their jobs at the royal palace that they've had for a really long time. I don't think they're just trying to talk bad about you, Meghan. I don't think it's just to get a little bit of gossip about you. When people quit that kind of job, you know what it is to have that kind of job, right? Why would somebody quit that just to make you look bad? They've had pride in those jobs. Honestly, they had a job with high esteem until they had to work with Meghan. Meghan brought down the career status, brought down everything in that palace while she was there. Yeah, the bullying accusations are probably absolutely correct. Otherwise, they wouldn't have quit. Number 85, the royal family leaks to the press. It's so tedious. Like, she's so crazy about herself. She thinks everything was about herself. And she's so obsessed with being number one, the most important, even when you know that I'm sorry, just look at how beautiful Catherine looks and her hair is looking so good and everything. How did she think she was just gonna come in there and just step in front of everybody? Number 86, press was intrusive. So I don't know if these are lies or complaints at this point. No. Number 87, Rota and press are PR machines of the palace. This is just stuff she said along the way. Number 88, the press was hunting Meghan Markle. Nope, that's not true. Number 89, the palace never defended her against the press. Yep, they did too. In fact, the whole reason why Harry and Meghan looked so much better when they were in the royal family was because they were protected and they were not out there showing up their own derrieres to let everyone know what they're really made of. Once they left the royal family, there was no longer that protection. There was no longer that whitewashing or sugarcoating. And so to say that the royal family was the one that never defended her, this is impossible. Number 90, William placing stories in the press. That's just absurd. The man has no time for that. He's about to be king. I think he has time to be calling up the dirty newspapers and be like, hey, guess what? I have a scoop for you. No. Number 91, the royal rota was a tabloid. Some are broadsheets. I don't know. Number 92, palace lied to protect other members of the royal family. No, they didn't. I don't know why. These are all Meghan's like imaginations in her crazy chaotic brain of how she can paint everyone as being out to get her just because every newspaper didn't put her with the queen's crown on her head every single day on the front page. Therefore, she thought the entire press was against her. Palace filled with racist imagery. I'm not 100% sure what she's talking about, okay? Wow. Palace throws parties for the press. We already went through that whole debunking of that. There is a certain thing they do for the press that is not throwing parties for them or paying them in any way. Number 95 said there were no tabloids in the US. Yeah, I don't know where she was when Enquirer was the thing in the United States. Number 96 claimed she was hounded by the press. Some of these things are repeated, but don't mind. Number 97 claimed royal family planted stories planted in the UK press, but also showed US publication. So I think that's where like she was trying to blame the UK press for having a problem with Megxit when she blindsided the Queen and lied to everybody. That they were the only people having a problem with that because the US press was like, that's okay, great for you. Number 98, royal family are racist. Okay, we've been through that. That was a straight up lie. The only way that people cannot bend over backwards, okay, and do everything, all of your bidding for you that you don't deserve is if they're racist. Number 99, claimed the brooch Princess Margaret wore was racist. That is not the right person. I think it's Prince Michael of Kent's wife that wore a brooch that had the old time depiction on it. It was not Princess Margaret who wore that. She doesn't even know who is who. Like I said, I've compiled this list from the internet, so do not come for me. A lot of them are people who got things wrong as well, not just Meghan. Number 102, if Archie were in school in the UK, she'd never be able to do school runs. Of course, we know that's not true because Catherine and William do school runs. Number 103, couldn't take Archie to visit HM, but managed to fly him to LA. I think she's a coward. I think she's just too coward to face the music. Number 104, Archie was denied a royal title because his mother is biracial. So every time it says something that happened in the Oprah interview, I'll just say Oprah. Everything in that interview was a lie. So Archie was denied a royal title because his mother's biracial. Oprah interview. Archie was denied security. Oprah interview. Photo saga outside of hospital after Archie's birth. Oprah interview. Complaining that she needed all of this kind of security in order to take a photograph. Okay. Skin color discussion. Oprah interview. Lies surrounding Archie's birth and pregnancy. That's really interesting how who signed off on it, why she went to a different doctor, why she went to a different hospital even, why she was hiding this delivery so hard, why she said that the child was born before it was born or after it was born, never gave the correct time. Let's pretend, right, that Meghan Markle was truly pregnant and she had everything normal and she went in there and had, pushed out a natural birth or C-section, whatever you want to call it. When you do that and then you pretend to say, oh, well, I want to avoid the press and I want to avoid people knowing my business, so I'm going to lie and say this and I'm such a freaking pathological liar that I can't help but make up a lie about every aspect of Archie's birth. Then don't be surprised when people say that you never were pregnant. There was no need for all of that lie, especially when there is actual protocol in the UK when it comes to Archie's birth. When it comes to Lilibet now, I don't know what to say about that because that was in the United States and nobody had any protocol to follow there. But with Archie's birth, she certainly could have just not made up all that crap around it. 109 wasn't allowed her name on Archie's birth certificate. Again, this is hospital drama that made no sense. 110, obstetrician named who delivered Archie denied it, hospitalized. 111, no title for Archie due to his skin color. Oh, we did that already. Blamed miscarriage on the press. Number 114. Number 115, different accounts of the miscarriage. Number 116, Catherine was not a hugger. Only Meghan is. Cringe. Can you imagine that, like, even if you are a hugger, if somebody's coming to hug you and they smell and they're like pushing their body up, it's a way of hugging too that Meghan does, where she like pushes her whole frontal body upon you. Her waist has to be thrust forward. Her arms have to be these long vines around the person. It's very upsetting that when you see people having to go through that. So if I were a person like Catherine, who's much taller than her and can possibly avoid her, I would too. We're almost finished. Number 117, accusations that British etiquette is unbelievable. She's so ignorant, it's not even real. Number 118, didn't believe the royal family always had good manners and followed etiquette. You know, very stereotypical of somebody like her, an only child that grew up with TV dinners in American broken home. It's like she is fulfilling all parts of that stereotype by saying these things that she doesn't understand about good manners and stuff like that. It's sad. But anyway, so that's it. That's the list of many lies. I love you all so much. And don't forget to subscribe, press the bell notification. And yeah, like this video, thumbs up if you did like it. It really helps my algorithm. And it will motivate us to do the next page if we can handle it. Love you so much. Bye.